think they say they want infrastructure reform or universal health care and protectionism. I think as far as they get to that is like, I want to make America great again. And I trust Daddy to tell me how to do that. And why is he Daddy? He's Daddy because he's a billionaire. He's Daddy because he's not PC. That's it. He's not cowed by these people. Now, with this said, here's the problem with Trump being Daddy. Okay? And this is why, like, it's a brilliant ad that Ted Cruz, Ted Cruz, who was very quiet the whole time, careful, not to say anything critical of Trump. And then he unsheaths the stiletto. Is that what it is? This knife, the thin knife? He unsheaths the long knife, and he sticks it in him. If I was Trump, I'd be really pissed. Just to set the scene, this is in a kid's room, and the kids are playing with dolls. And here it is.
Look, I got the Trump action figure.
No way, that's huge.
What does he do? He pretends to be a Republican.
I like bailouts for the banks.
Too big to fail. I gave money to Pelosi, Reid, and Anthony Weiner.
Hey, Hillary, I'll give you money to be my friend.
Check out my house, Mr. Trump. That's a lousy house. I'm gonna take your house with eminent domain and park my limos there. Eminent domain!
We wouldn't tolerate these values in our children. Why would we want them in a president?
Eminent domain, and there's two parents looking in there. The only thing that strikes me as somewhat odd about this is that he's pretending to be a Republican instead of pretending to be a conservative, right? The line that Rubio used in Iowa was he's pretending to be a conservative. He's not a conservative. And he's taking it a little further in this one and saying he's pretending to be a Republican. That may be a tougher sell in some ways.
Do you think he's maybe alluding to the Clinton conspiracy theory with that?
Well, I think yes. And I think the idea is that he doesn't want to hem himself in about conservative. He just wants to make it sort of more branded so that the other people can jump on so even the moderates can use this against him, the so-called moderates can use this against him maybe in the debates. But
because he's going to want to close off two lanes. At some point, he's going to want, even if it doesn't work, he's going to want to get in that mainstream lane himself.
Cruz.
Yeah, he thinks strategically. So even though because Bush and Rubio and Kasich will destroy each other in his mind, and then the default establishment option has to become him.
Well, I mean, look, if Cruz's natural sort of place in the Republican Party right now, with Trump there, is somewhere between the 40-some-odd% he got in Iowa and the 12% he got in New Hampshire, right? One is the sort of his up end, one of his is his downside. He's somewhere around 21%. If Trump goes away and frees up, let's say, that other 25 or 30%, I think Cruz believes that he gets 20% of that. And, to be in the mid-40s, with 3 or 4 other guys still in the race vying for what's left, he's in very good shape. Because remember, there are two things that happen as we go through the primary process in the Republican side. There's winner-take-alls and there's thresholds. And so if you don't get over 30% in some of these primaries as we get closer to a Super Tuesday and in Super Tuesday, you don't get anything. And in some, it's just a sort of plurality, the winner take all. So both those things helps either Cruz or Trump. Well, Cruz if Trump's not there. Trump just as is. Or if Cruz can take a little bit off of Trump. I mean, Cruz can't bring Trump down to 0, but I think Cruz thinks if he can take 10 points from Trump, then it's a different ball game. It remains to be seen. I mean, this is going to be interesting.